Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Keita Maria Show. Tonight we have a special episode. I have the one and only hip hop artist, Best B, and I also have Shakira, CEO of Love Thunderbirds. Hey, y'all.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's Best B.
So, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing fine tonight. I'm talking about we are doing. I'm doing fine tonight.
Hey, Shakira. Can you hear me? Your mic is off, honey.
Hey,
Hey,
I
how are
know.
you?
I hurried up. My husband walked in. Finding yourself.
Yes. So it's such a pleasure to have you guys on the Keita Maria Show. I'm about to light some sage for us.
Oh yes, light some sage, baby,
Yes,
please.
so we can get the vibes and the energies going, and we can get all the
Yes.
positive energy flowing through the air, so it can align with all the manifestations that we've been doing. So
Yeah.
we're gonna light some sage. So tonight,
Yes.
y'all, tonight's gonna be a women empowerment show. We're gonna uplift and motivate, and we're just gonna talk about various topics, as you guys already know. And I'm ready to get it started. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Shakira, you ready, Shakira?
yes, I am.
Okay. So I know, Shakira, you got the Before It Happens Love Thunderberg Foundation. Could you tell us a little bit more about that foundation?
Well, it's called Before It Happens Love Thunderbird Foundation. We're located in Trenton, New Jersey. I started it because I have an at-risk team, and I have several cousins and family members and friends that lost a child. So Before It Happens really means it's dedicated to grieving mothers, not just death. It could be addiction, runaway, mental health, uh, homelessness, nowhere to turn to. A lot of our
Mhm.
parents now that have lost a child or a child even losing a parent, that's also going on as well. Children losing their parents, and then on top of that, their parents losing their children, and who are we turning to? You know, once the funeral was over, and once the company is gone, you're left to deal with these, thoughts and dreams and of your memories of your loved ones. So basically, my foundation is to support grieving mothers and at-risk teens here in Trenton, New Jersey.
Okay, that's awesome. Well, I think we've all experienced death in different ways. So I definitely think that's something very, very uplifting for the community. Um, and I would like to support it. BB's going to support it. BB, you here? BB, I can't see you. Okay, her phone stuck, but it's okay. It's
Right.
okay. It's okay.
We
So how
support
long
our
have
sister.
yes, she's gonna come back. But so how long have you been doing this?
Well, it's always been a dream of mine. I was volunteering in group homes since I was 18 years old, and I always said that I was going to have my own. So now that I'm older, it's been 2 years now that I've started my foundation. I'm really putting my footwork onto it now. I'm actually right now starting my own food pantry, trying to get a location to where I start supporting those of evictions, homelessness, resources for anything at this point. Because if people don't realize it or not, we need to start now. Clean up your credit, getting your stuff together, getting you together.
Right.
I'm so just tired of seeing the local podcasts about stuff that we don't really won't concern us.
Right.
Don't
Don't
concern
burn
us at
us, the
all at this point.
community.
No,
Hmm.
I'm not bashing anyone, but I don't want to hear about who's baby daddies and stuff like that. I want to talk about stuff that's going to benefit me in 5 years. What is my bank account going to look like, and IRAs and CDs, and
Right.
I'm just
And how we
that's
can and how we can each one teach one.
pretty much because it's a lot to be taught.
Yeah.
I self taught. I'm self-made. I got tired of not knowing it and reaching out to certain people to get help, and people giving you what they want you to know. So I just took a leap of the faith, and now I have my own foundation. It's ran by me, started by me. I do
Okay.
need volunteers. I do need help. Not to say that my page before it happens, Love Foundation.org has my donation link on it. I'm taking $5 donations, anything,
Right.
um,
Anything to support the cause.
yeah, to basically get, my group home up and running, you
Right.
know, besides, local and government assistance as well. But yeah, pretty much it's like I can't stop thinking about it. So that means I'm on my purpose. I'm
Right.
doing what's my purpose. I don't know what no one else's purpose is, but mine is to make sure when I leave here before it happens, it's up and running.
Right. So have you personally ever like you haven't experienced losing a child yourself, right?
No, but I have lost. My cousins have lost their children. I
Right.
haven't personally lost them, but I do have the at-risk teen.
Right.
I was an at-risk teen. We were all over the place when we were kids. So I get it. I definitely get. Especially nowadays, our children are exposed to so much on the internet and social media and the peer pressure of their teens. And so I'm not surprised that, a lot of teens don't know where to start, and a lot of our community, events are taken away. They're starting back up now in our community, but
Mhm.
how much time have we lost is the question.
Right. Yeah, I had one of my best friends, one of my childhood best friends. I had received that phone call one day, and she had lost her son to gun violence. It was like all over
Mhm.
social media. It was like very, very
Mhm.
bad. And in those moments, it's just like it's really is. I wanted to say so much to her, but I really couldn't even
It's
get the
like, what
words
could you
out to
say?
say it. Yeah, because it was just like in the heat of the moment, with everything going on, like what can you really say to someone who has lost their child, their firstborn
Right.
child, their any line of children, what can you really say to them? So that conversation, just went like so, it was like an awkward conversation. But
Yeah.
I definitely think that we need more like, need to spread more awareness in the community, even as being leaders,
Mhm.
Um, like you said, you don't always want to just hop online. Like when you're looking at a podcast, you don't always want to just hop online and talk about the baby daddies or who
I'm so over
who
that.
look good or who don't look good. You want to just talk about different things,
Yeah.
different things that's real issues that's going on in the
Yeah, real
community,
life.
because
Because regardless of
mhm,
what you see.
people on social media clowning daily, but then in real life, people like really going through like real issues in real
Real
life.
issues.
So,
Yeah, mental health is like the number one leading cause right now is mental health.
hmm yes, 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 yes. And mental health is something that I want to say. Mental health is something that you don't play with. I feel like there's so many resources out here for mental health. So when you get to a point where as though you feel like you ain't got it all or you can't keep it together, then I think you should go get some help. Involve yourself in therapy or go get a personal psychiatrist. Anything. So yeah, mental health is very, very real. You know what I'm saying? Like shit,
Yeah.
I went to go see a therapist one time myself. And growing up in black
Yeah.
communities and growing up in my community and like my surrounding areas and stuff, it wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? So like if you go see a therapist or you see any of that them
Mhm.
type of people will be like,
Especially in
oh,
our community.
yeah, oh, you
Yeah.
crazy, or oh, you don't need to see them people, or because in our community, a lot of times we react and it's just violence, violence, violence. Like, who wants to sit down and
Right.
talk to drink and be all kumbaya and peaceful and find your inner
Right.
peace when you probably can just go, you know, do some stream of violence and it's just like, woo.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely different now. Don't get it twisted. I'm still Kara. I still get jiggy with them. Like I'm never gonna stop being me. I can work with the best of them. I know them all. It's just like, but when is it gonna change? When you gonna realize, all right, I can smile with you, I can kick it with you, but as far as it go, it won't be an everyday thing, and we both
Mhm.
our lives. And right now,
Right.
I'll be 40 next year, so it's like
Well, you look
time is
good.
ticking. Thank you. It's like now I'm starting to think about life now. At first, I wasn't. And I'm going to be honest with you. 3 years ago, before COVID, you couldn't tell me about death. I was never thinking about death. I was
Mhm.
never thinking about, investing. Well, I was thinking about it. I knew about it. But as far as taking it seriously, I was never doing that. I was
Right.
blowing everything, blowing bags, stunting and dressing, worried about unnecessary things because I'm going to make it back at work. When I
Mhm.
clock back in, I know once it's time to get paid. I'm bringing home them rags. So I was never, worried about it until I got married and realized that I have to bury my husband one day. And he has to bury me, and my children, where my children going to go, or what will they have if something happened to us? So
Mhm.
that's when my reality kicked in 3 years ago when I lost several members, and then my family lost children. I have several cousins that lost their kids. I know a lot of friends that have lost their children, and you see them now. They're holding up face for everyone
Mhm.
else, but to know them is to know that they deal with the hurt and the pain every day when they close their eyes or be in that room by themselves. That's the part that's not being talked about for me. Yeah, we could say we support these people, or we say, oh, that's my girlfriend and whatever she needs, but not realizing she really needs a hug.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying, or are you okay?
Mhm.
Duh, we know that she's never gonna be okay, but people seems to forget that, and that's the part where we step in. We haven't forgotten.
Right. That's the part where it's like I'm here whenever you need me. Don't hesitate to pick the phone up. Like my number's still the same type of thing.
Yeah.
So how do you cope with death? A lot of people cope with death different ways. I know myself, like when it comes to death, I feel like I kind of like tune it out. I don't think about it. When people call me and tell me something like that, I kind of feel like I make myself even more busier so I don't have to think about it or go through those emotions because I know sometimes when you lose somebody and going through those emotions, sometimes it can kind of sidetrack you, and that can
Yeah.
just be the only focus on your brain. So for me, when it comes to death and stuff like that, I just try to do a whole bunch of stuff to keep myself busy so I don't have to think
Yeah.
about it. Like a more so I don't know what to call it. But how do you handle death? How do you deal with it?
Well, I'm a crybaby for one. For all my friends and family that know, regardless how tough I may act or how strong I may look or seem, I'm a big cancer crybaby girl. Don't have a problem around me. Don't. I'm just being honest. Don't have a problem with me. We gonna cry it out first. That's
Okay.
the only way I could cope. We gonna cry this thing out, girl, 'cause I don't know what to do. And then once we get past that, oh, it's all for the races at that point. Like I said, I
Mhm.
have been with several family members that they couldn't do anything. I'm talking about they were there, but they mind and soul and spirit was somewhere else.
Mhm.
And you already know once that person is somewhere else, all you know you can do is strap on your seatbelts and take the lead and be there. So
Mhm.
one thing I can, I have experienced firsthand what it's like, but never personally or being biologically my child. But I have been there firsthand, first response.
Right.
Oh, child, is not. It's not a pretty
Yeah,
scene.
it's not an
It's
easy. It's
not
not
a
an easy
glamorous
thing.
scene, right? Because when a parent, I have only the most I've ever experienced is getting a phone call that my child was dead. That's the most, but to come to find out it wasn't. But girl, that's just even worse.
Right.
When
That
all
even
you
that
could
makes
do,
your heart
yeah.
drop to like a whole nother
Oh
level.
my God. Like I have experienced that phone call where my child was They thought my daughter was dead. So
Mm,
I have experienced that. But far as God is good. Her 16-year-old having self is still here getting on our nerves. But other than that, yes, I have experienced it firsthand with family members that wasn't so lucky.
right.
It actually was true, and
Mm-hmm.
actually is was real, and we need to get down out of the police station or one of these hospitals because it's that real. I
Mm-hmm.
even experienced to where they were gunshot victims, and one of the victims, well, both of them was our friends, but
Mm-hmm.
one of the victims actually passed and the other one survived. That's not a pretty thing to wait outside a hospital with your loved ones, to wait for the hospital to tell you that your loved one has made it through or not. So, well,
Right.
this is where
Mm-hmm.
it's stemming from. I seen and heard. I still can feel in, the mother screaming out one of her children's name when they came out and told us that one of the kids were dead, or one of the, I could still hear that scream. And a mother's scream is something different. I'm sorry. Um,
Yeah.
to tell you that your child is gone, no longer, regardless if your child is a child or an adult.
Mm-hmm. It's
To
still your child,
bury
though.
your child is right. To
Mm-hmm.
bury your child, period, is just like, and
Right.
I have heard cries from all levels, all walks of life from mothers, from little kids to grown women, or grown sons, or little boys, or
Mm-hmm.
death and doesn't have any age on it. That's where I'm
Right.
at.
Right. Drug abuse. I feel like in our communities, and I even feel like even people in like our age group, I feel like a lot of people are coping with like whether it's alcohol or drugs. I feel like that's like a coping mechanism that's being used to try to like, drown the pain away or take the feeling away for the moment or maybe not even think about certain things. Like what you think on that?
Could you say it one more time? I couldn't really hear. Baby, turn that down a little bit, please.
I said, what you think on that? Far as like, peers like our age turn into like alcohol and
Oh
abusing
God.
drugs and just to, drown out the pain or just to use as a coping mechanism. Like, how you feel about that? Do you see that in your community as well?
Oh God. Imagine the ones that you went to school with.
That you don't that you can't recognize no more.
Oh, they recognize me because I've always been a G. Always been a G. So one thing I do, my husband is a witness to that. He even says sometimes like I go to still talk to her because at one point in time, I don't see that. No disrespect, I'm not gonna say crackhead, but I don't see that drug addict. You know, I see that girl I used to kick it with and try and hide bed, or I see that girl I used to walk in the hallway with.
Mhm.
That's what I see. It's different for me. I
Mhm.
don't. Yeah, it hurts my heart. I know what I'm looking at. That's with different person. But when I'm giving up a $20 bill or a couple dollars or something to drink or a hot dog, I see that girl I used to rock with,
Mhm.
or my brother I used to say hi to, that's what I see. That's my problem. Even though it's facing, it's self-explanatory what they're doing and what they're looking like. Yes, they are unrecognizable, but no disrespect. I fear, I fear I'm more embarrassed for them.
Mhm.
Does it make any sense? I'm more embarrassed for them, especially when I think they don't recognize me. You know what I mean? Or they're trying to hide. They be like, Karen, you and Noosa together. It feel good to, even through they trials and tribulations, they still know who I am. So if I got a couple dollars, I'm telling you, it don't matter who I see. If I
Mhm.
got a couple dollars, I'm giving it up because I know one point in time, me and my sis used to rock back in the day. So
Mhm.
that's how I deal with it now. It hurts. Yes, it does tremendously.
Right.
But all I know is only you could get yourself out of that situation. I even have a recent friend that just got clean. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. Back to that same OG that I
Mhm.
know she could be, but we all have to walk in our own purpose. We all
Right.
have to get our own stuff together. It's no, even if it hurt me to see her like that, it's hurting her more just to be in my presence.
Right, and have to be in
to
your
deal with that, right?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it's like I don't look at them no differently. Yeah, I'm hurt. Yeah, I'm upset, but I'm never gonna because I know you more embarrassed talking to me, looking like that. So I'm gonna act like we ain't. I don't even see that.
So what type of help? Like what type of help do you offer your like if you was to see your friend, like you offer them help? Not money, because money feeds the drug. When I say help, like
I get what you're saying, but money is
that's money is all they need, all they want.
money is to me. I mean, at the moment, at the time, I mean, my foundation is just up and running. We're trying to get several locations to start that. I mean,
Hmm.
I could give advice at that time. Now it's a little bit different, you know. I got a little
They don't
more
be wanting to hear that.
resources.
They don't be wanting to hear. Like when I be trying to
No,
talk to
they don't. They
like,
only want the money. So I'll give up
yes,
the money and be like,
I
girl,
be
see you
talking.
later, boo.
I be talking, I be preaching. They be like, Keita, you got a cigarette? You got $5? You got $10?
Right,
You got this shit? I'm like, you listen to one thing I'm saying? Like, they be like,
right. That's it. I
where the
just
money at?
right. I give up money. I don't do that. I just give up money. I don't really be, because I know they embarrassed. You got especially the ones that be at the 7-Eleven shop. Girl,
Mm.
they be hunched over. Then when they see you, girl, they try to act regular and normal, girl. I'll be like, girl, I know what's going on. Take
Like,
this
it's
little
okay.
$20.
It's okay.
Right. I'm from the hood. That's never gonna be. I don't care how bougie and how much money I get. I'm still
Mhm.
from the
I'm from the hood. Okay.
hood. Right.
So how is it? So I know you got teen kids. I have a teenage daughter myself. And woo, how is it?
Yeah.
Well, for you, it's different. Me, I'm a single mom. So I'm like a single mom raising a high school teenage girl. I know you're
Well,
married,
you're lucky.
so
She's
you got
almost
help.
out. She's almost out. so,
Two more
so
years.
imagine, yeah, imagine how I feel starting over. My oldest is about to graduate college.
Okay.
So, yeah, right. So it's like with these the little ones, because it's like, what was you thinking, sis? What were you doing? Were you on some
Good.
stuff? Right. What was you doing? What was you
Right.
thinking when you had the rest of these insurance and you got one about to graduate college? Like she's gone, go. She's out. We gotta catch her when we catch her. Okay. So that's where I'm at with it. So to have like multiple children in different seasons is just is like ugh. They all different. Like compared to my oldest daughter, she about her business. She ain't beat. Then you got the 16-year-old is like you want to wring her neck every chance you get. And then you got the little babies that need your attention more. You're more hands on. And
Hmm.
like I said, I'm about to be 40, and like I'm tired.
I'm
I'm
telling
a
you,
little
they almost there.
right. I'm a little. I ain't like my 5-year-old. It's like, how did I get here? You got one about
Yeah.
to graduate college, then you got one just starting kindergarten. Like, what was I doing?
Right.
You know, what was
Yeah,
I
well, my daughter,
doing?
she still got 2 more years to go, but I'm already having those talks with her. Like, you
Yeah.
need to be looking for colleges. Make sure you keep your grades like this. Make sure you do this. Make sure you do that. And she looking at me like, uh huh.
Right. Yeah.
Move into a 1 bedroom. Like, you can go to college. You can sleep on campus. I can go ahead and get me like a little 1 bedroom somewhere. So,
Girl, I'll be calling it a whole bunch of furs and minks on my back when y'all gone. I can't wait.
yeah,
I
you
want to
know.
have a whole
Oh,
bunch of minks on my back.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what I told my older daughter too. My older daughter didn't go to college when she first got out of school because she ended up actually getting pregnant and had a baby.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then I wanted her to go to college. I wanted her to
Yeah.
but what I wanted for her life wasn't the life that she wanted.
Because she wanted,
But
and that's
right.
the hardest part.
Mhm.
That is
But
the
now,
hardest
yep,
part.
and then she's 2 kids in now. So 2 kids in now. She just started college this year. So I was
Okay.
like, I just left it alone and kept stopped talking about it basically. And she
Right.
did it, she still did it on her own. So now it's a little bit more harder for her because she's doing it, trying to do it with two little small babies, like small babies. But I'm
I
like,
told my daughters. I told my daughters I'm old school. I'm the only sinner.
Okay.
I'm the only sinner. I can't. I was raised, I had my daughter young, so that was my biggest fear. And then
How old was you?
I was, oh young.
How old was you? I had my daughter young too.
I was 14, but we're
Okay.
15 years apart.
Yep. I
Yeah,
got pregnant. I got pregnant when I was 15, and then I had my daughter when I was 16.
right. So I made
I had
sure
got
that,
pregnant. Now I take for granted if we're gonna keep it real. I had got pregnant before that time, but I wasn't. I don't know. My mom didn't want me to keep the baby. I think it was more so like she. I think my mom was more so worried about like how people would look at her with a young daughter like me, a fresh teen, and being pregnant. So it was more so about more so about that. But I
yeah,
always tell myself like that was actually having an abortion. That was actually one of the things that I regretted.
yeah,
Because I was like, even though I was so young, I'm like
yeah,
type of the person I am now. I'm like, I could have did it back then. I still could have did it back then. Like it all would have just worked out for itself. But
yeah.
yeah, that was hard. You know.
Yeah, my first pregnancy is my first child. Like I
Mhm.
said, she's in college now.
Mhm.
I'm proud of that, but I made sure that she didn't follow in my footsteps. I mean, that's just it. And I'm with that with all my daughters, not just her. My 16-year-old, I
Mhm.
don't play birth control. If you gotta do what you gotta do, it's a must. Sorry, my thing is, I know what it's like, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It ain't cute, and it's not pretty to be a teenage mom. I don't
Mhm.
care how much they glamorizing it on the
It's
show. I
hard.
don't care about none of that. It
It's
gets
hard.
real
Giving
when
birth,
you
like giving birth itself is for a woman, not for a child. Just pushing
not
that
even so much of the birth part, the psychological and the mental
mhm.
health
All
that
of it.
is strength to be a mom. You
Right.
gotta worry about I'm thankful that I was headstrong at a young age. I got two jobs for my daughter. I
Right.
wasn't gonna let nobody tell me I was a deadbeat mom. Back in the day, this was everything. I was one of those little good, smart little girls, and I regret a lot of it, but at the same time, I was one of those girls like I was going to take care of my baby. That was my baby, and I was going to do X and Y, Z. A lot of my friends didn't though.
Right.
Let their moms and their grandmoms raise their children and stuff like that, and then on top of that, the kid turn around and resent them. Shoot, my
Mhm.
daughter still resent me, and I did everything for her. So who am I to judge anybody? Your choices is your choices when it comes to life. I just wanted my kids to make choices without having that extra. You know what I mean? Now I gotta fight and argue with the grandmas because that ain't her son baby, and
Mhm.
how we gonna raise this little baby? We gotta go. Girl,
A
and
lot.
like I said, I got four daughters. I'm
Mhm.
the only sinner. I'm sorry, I just can't.
Yep, and speaking of that part too, I did too. Like I said, I had my daughter, my oldest daughter, when I was 16, and I did it on my own. But I think mentally, I was still in a very like young.
Yes,
So my
you still
mom,
want to go hang out with your
I still
friends.
wanted to have fun. I still wanted to
Yes,
party. Like I just couldn't do the like. I was not. I thought I was ready because I was landing on my back and I was having sex and all that. But once I put that baby out, those responsibilities at such that young age, like that was too
yes.
much. That was a lot
That's
for
too
me.
much. That's why I said
And
it's
my
easy
mom,
having a baby. It's easy to get pregnant,
mhm,
but that mental is still loving that child and not resenting that child and regretting that child, and that's a lot. That's a
mhm,
lot on anybody, and that's the part that they don't talk about. It's easy
mhm.
to have a baby, but to have that mental capacity of loving that child and not resenting it and wishing that you never had it, that's the part they're not talking about. And I refuse
Yep,
for
the
my kids to go
postpartum,
through
and
that.
I think that's a part of the women have, when they have babies and not sure if they want the baby, if they don't want the baby, or just mentally, even if it's not even that, just mentally going through so much psychological just around the baby or the baby daddy or just pushing, anything. But
Anything. It could be anything. That's why I'm pushing any woman out there wait to have that baby. When I say the old saying is you have that baby for you is such a powerful statement for me right now because as I look back at being a young mother, that is real. That's
Mm-hmm.
real. Having a baby for you, regardless if your husband, fiance, baby daddy is there, if that baby, if you're not having that baby for you mentally, don't do it, because
Mm-hmm.
not only is you going to they're not mentally prepared, and I
Right.
don't care how old you are, being mentally stable right now and to help someone else is a lot. And people don't
Right.
realize that it really takes a wear and tear on you. It's not
Mm-hmm.
that you're being unfair. It's just that you didn't take the mental time out to prepare for yourself.
Right.
And
Right.
that's a lot. It's a lot, you know. And this is why
And then,
we're here today.
then if you don't have that baby for you, you know what you gonna do when that man leave you? You know that
That,
man leave and with the
the,
next chick and the next chick
the,
pregnant. Now you running around
girl,
with baby.
preach.
You at social service. Like I need some food. I need some help. I need some help.
Honey,
And it's just you and the baby. It's
preach
you
to the ladies in the back.
okay.
For the baby daddies. And that's funny you said that, because
You
that's
know what,
my
my baby
biggest fear
daddy,
too.
my
I don't
baby
want my
daddy
kids. I don't want my
was
daughters
one of
to
those
be a
type of
baby
guys
mama.
where as though it's like my baby daddy was the type where as though he like if me and him wasn't together, he not really doing too much for the child.
Of course,
So
that's
it
how
was
it's
just
still going on to this day.
with a lot of women, a lot of women, a lot of people like men.
Yes,
I
that's
feel
still
like
going
sometimes
on.
them baby daddies like they be so bitter for nothing. Like,
Oh, child,
like
bitter
all you
baby daddy syndrome.
got.
Bitter baby daddy. It's bitter baby daddies out there, honey. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes,
Like,
it
what's your
is.
child got to do with me and you having a
Yes,
bad
it is.
breakup or
The
me and
bitter
you
baby
falling out?
daddies.
Like, what they got to do with the child?
Yeah. Yes.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it be so
That's a
crazy.
whole nother topic for another day. We can talk about that
The
one.
bitter baby daddies.
We can talk about that one day, honey. Okay. Ooh, but like I said, I don't want my daughters to be baby moms.
Have you experienced the bitter baby daddy?
I'm just glad to say my 20-year bid is over. That's what I'm
Okay.
gonna say. Like I'm just, man,
Like
I
it's over.
just,
I did. Woo.
it's so bad, honey. I don't have a baby there. I just got a husband. And I don't. My kids grown.
Right.
Once
I got.
once we get to the 18 mark, I don't have to talk to you. You don't have to
Right.
talk to me. It's just
Mm.
like, bro.
Like
It's
whatever.
like, bro, right? Like, go. What are we
Hmm.
doing? Mm-mm,
Right.
mm-mm. Once we hit 18, there's nothing to talk about.
Right.
And I'm not the type that do child support. So, like, if it is child support, I'm really not into it. I don't care.
Hmm.
It's like, ew. Well, but you know,
Man,
to each his
I
own.
ain't gonna lie. My first baby daddy. I got two different kids' fathers. I got two kids, two different daddies. My first baby daddy, I did not put him on child support. I didn't want his money, and I was young too. I didn't want his money. I felt like I didn't need his money. I felt like if my child needs something, I was going out here getting myself. If he ain't just
Right,
willingly doing for his child, then whatever. Me and my child still going to survive out here. That's how I felt with him.
right.
My second her father. I put her father on child support. And you know what amazes what was so amazing to me was that when I just sat and thought about it, because I really didn't need the money. I didn't need his money at all. I was perfectly fine. But to me, I just felt like, you know, why not? You know, so I'm like, I'm paying the bills by myself. I'm doing the school shopping. I'm doing every single thing by myself. So at that point in my life, I'm like, what's wrong with me asking this man who went half on his baby with me for some financial support? My baby daddy had to pay literally, oh my God. And it was just like, you know what? Like, enough is enough. He literally only had to pay $50 a week. And that man begged me for 3 years to take him off of child support. I'm like, bro,
Honey,
like, bro,
honey.
that
Now
little,
that's when I say that mental part kick in. When you got to deal
I'm
with,
like, yo, are you
honey,
serious? So, and
it's a
I'm like,
lot.
and I'm like, even if my
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They don't change just because they're husbands too. No. It's just the fact that with your husband, he could be there, but you also can go through a divorce with your husband too, and your husband could
Right.
be that petty too. So
Mm-hmm.
don't make it seem. I'm not trying to make it seem like, oh, they're so much better if you have a husband. No, a husband can be petty too. It's just the man that you choose with, and that's why I want my students to give their stuff a little bit of time to know what you like.
Right.
Marry your best friend at least,
I did that
because
before.
you know what I mean. Even if you don't decide to be together, at least you know that that person got your back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's all about at this point. Who cares about the egos and who did what
Yeah.
or whatever?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, like the bottom line is this person gonna have my back when it get real?
When
That's it.
times get hard, when times get rough, and
Yes,
you
like
right
I
here
don't
with
want
me,
nobody that's gonna be.
just
I don't want
leave
nobody
me.
that's not gonna
Mm-hmm.
the buckle under the pressure because I'm
Right.
already pissed. I'm already struggling. I'm already,
Mm-hmm.
already there. I don't need nobody to panic along with me. Now we
Right.
both don't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it
and I
doesn't
think
make
that's
any.
I think marriage, when it comes to marriage, that's what it's all about though. Like marrying your best friend. Like I was talking to somebody on the phone earlier. I was talking to someone, it's an old friend of mine, and he called me and I had knew he got married because last time I seen him, he told me that he had gotten married. So the conversation went a little different today, and he's telling me, oh well, she does a lot for me. She just brought me a new car, and she got this good old job, and she's spending all this money on me, and woo, woo, woo. He like, I don't
You
even, he
still
brag,
don't love her.
he's bragging though, and he's like, I don't even wear my wedding ring, and I'm like, but what's the point of getting married then? Like, why would you do that? And he like, oh, because I'm like, so you basically just married her because she got money? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, she's a dummy. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, when it comes to marriage, marry somebody that you love, marry somebody that's going to be there for you through thick and thin. Like, marry somebody who, you know what I'm saying, like you feel like you can't get enough of. Don't marry nobody for no money, because like how that's going to end.
Yeah, I didn't marry for money.
Mm-hmm.
We building our building. My husband in the background tells him I ain't had none. Yeah, yeah. No, I didn't marry for money. I'm married because I love the hell out of my husband. He gets on my nerves. Yes, I want to wring his neck sometimes. Um, we don't see eye to eye all the time. He does dumb shit, normal stuff. Never life, but I can't see my life without him.
Mm-hmm.
That's just where I'm at. I can't see my life without my husband, so that's what I'm
I
at.
was married. A lot of people don't know this about me, but I was married before.
Yeah,
And
we
I
had this
married my
discussion before.
Yep, I married my best friend, and well, he was my best friend at that time. But and we were very, very young when we first met, and we got married when I was like 21. We got married, and I was
Mhm.
just I was like the ride or die down chick, and just so what I'm saying. But whew, and and with marriage comes responsibilities. So I was
Yes.
married to him, and he had other kids and everything out there. And one thing was it was it's always me personally, I love kids. So what I'm saying, when he had the
Is
kids
it?
before we got married, and I took on that responsibility as a stepmom, as a stepmother. Responsibility comes with that. And then unfortunately for him, like those kids who my husband went to jail for a period of time, and I'm taking care of his kids while he's in jail. The child I'm taking care of while
Mm-hmm.
he's in jail, when he took that blood test, that wasn't even his baby. And I'm just like, we went through so much with the baby mom at one point, and it was just a lot. And then it comes to find out when he took the blood test, that wasn't even his baby. So I'm just
Oh
like, yeah.
wow!
And I'm just like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but
I had it. My little hot
even
ass. Oh,
to
I'm
this
sorry
day.
for cursing, but I had it scared like that with my firstborn daughter. I was a little grown, little sex, little hot box. I was grown.
Mm-hmm.
I was grown. That's why I could relate to a lot of kids and girls my age, honey. It's the reason why I sit down now. It's the reason why I sit in the house.
Be like, been there, done that.
Girl, yeah, I'm not one of those kids that needed. How can I say it? Since the day I stepped off the porch, I got attention.
Mm-hmm.
So, honey, what y'all doing now? It's like,
Nothing.
right. It don't surprise me. It don't intimidate me. It don't shock me. I'm sitting down for a reason. I love to be home with my husband. I want one man. I don't want that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not. So it's like now that I see it in my daughters, they're extra beautiful. It scares me a lot because I know that when I stepped off the porch, I was swarmed. You know, and it breaks my heart to a certain extent because we want beautiful kids, we want all of that, but not realizing that it's vultures and predators out there and ready to tear your child down at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's really my biggest fear. While I stay, you know, to myself, I'd rather be 10 toes down and planted with my feet and ready
Mm-hmm.
for war and ready for anything to not be ready at all.
Right.
So I don't, it's like it's funny to hear myself say it now, because about 10 years ago you couldn't catch that same Kira. I was
Okay.
there whatever. I was the first lady. I was ready, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
still with that same man though. I'm still with my same husband that
Yep.
I was ratchet with.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that we grew up.
Right.
And it's
Like
real
we
life
grown
Bonnie and
now.
Clyde. Right.
Like we
Like I'm
grown. That's
still
that.
with my big homie. I'm married to my big homie. Like we're not, you know what I'm saying? So catch me with a different, talk. Since I've been there already. I did that. I'm just sitting down now, retired. I'm thinking about my money. I want my money.
My money,
I
honey.
want my money now. I don't care about the latest fashion.
Mm-hmm.
I told my husband when I graduate, I'm going back to school for pre-law. So I told my husband the only thing I want out of our millions is a brand new pair of Louis Vuitton red bottoms. That's it. I don't want
That is.
nothing. Yeah. That's
Like
only when I graduate though.
the bank for us. That's all I want. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's all I want is a pair of Louis Vuitton red bottoms. That's it. I'm
Look, he gonna take them
good.
shoes and then he gonna pop up with a brand new car like this. All I wanted was this
Listen,
new car.
I had the Benzes in it. I just did that. I wouldn't mind a new one of that gear though. Don't quote me. I wouldn't mind a new one of that gear, but see when you don't play with Benzes and stuff like that, they don't press you no more. Right
Mhm.
now, it's pressing me is how many zeros is I can put in this life insurance.
You know what? Somebody told me the other day. They was like, "Keita, you driving your BMW like it's a Honda," and I'm
That's
like,
what
"It's
we
just a car. Like it's just a freaking
You
car."
get
They
over
like,
once you get through your first and your second one, it becomes just cars to you.
"Mhm,
It's like a level
yeah,
like
like you got
yeah,
this
I
nice
drove the
car."
luxury. All right.
And I'm like, "What does it mean to I'm driving my car like a Honda?" He like, "Yo, like." Yeah, and I'm
I
looking
don't
at him
care.
like, nigga, this is a car, nigga. I drive
It's
this
a
car back and forth
car.
to go take care of what I gotta take care of. Like,
Yeah, that's it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, oh, you excited because you got this and then
I
that.
don't cherish.
Listen, it was
Not
one
that I
part.
don't
It
cherish,
was one part of time. It was one part of time. Like every one of my friends had foreign cars,
but
so it's like we could hop out of each one of cars. I'm not making this up. It's a true story. It's a true story. We was all back to back in foreign cars, so it's like, all right,
like, okay, whatever. Just
but it
about.
was though.
Mm-hmm.
My husband gonna say it wasn't the rest of them. It was just a
It's a couple
but
of.
it's the point that we really did it though. You know what I mean? Like that's really a true story. It's a true
Right.
statement when you back to back foreign cars. And
Yeah.
my circle was but so big, but the little people that was in the circle, we all had foreign.
Mm-hmm.
So when you can pass off the key to your friend and you getting the same luxury back, it's just like it hit a little different.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
not
like
like my
I'm
friend
like,
passing me the
oh, I
keys to
got
a
I
Toyota.
got this little old BMW. Yeah, it's cute. But shit, when I was in California 2, 3 months ago, honey, I was driving a 2023 Porsche. Like this is like a Honda. This is like a Honda to me.
Especially when you had one. When you had one, child. Because the lady tried to, you had to hear I was getting my eyebrows done. I ain't seen my nail lady in so long. You can see I still don't got my nails done.
Girl,
So
my
me and her was talking. She was like, "Yeah, I got a new Benz." I was like, "Oh, me too. I got one too." She was like, "Oh, yeah." It was like now she's in competition because I guess my color and she was Korean or whatever. So she like, "Yeah, this is my second one." I'm like, "Me too."
me too, bitch. Might be my
She was
third
like
one.
really in competition with me. She was like, "This my second Benz." I'm like, "Girl, this my second Benz too." Like I'm not. I guess she didn't expect me to say that.
Right.
But she see me, and but you know what really hurt my feelings because I've been going to the same lady for years. So she's seen my growth. She's seen, that I'm not making it up. And even when she saw me, she was like, "I ain't see you in a long time. Where you been at?" Oh, let me guess, work. Yes, you know
Of
what's
course.
going on. You
Getting
know
to the
why I haven't
money.
been. I've been at work, trying to get this off the ground. I told
Right.
myself this is the time. It's over. I'm tired of being scared. My biggest thing was fear.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest thing was fear. I was afraid to put it out there. I'm afraid. I was because now I'm backpedaling, but I was afraid to put it out there. Afraid what people might say. Afraid of who wasn't going to support me. Oh, now
Look
she want to
who's
show up, and it's
back!
about 10 minutes left, and it's
Look,
about
look,
10 minutes.
you see me like, look who's back!
Where did
She
you
was
come from? Where
she
did you
charged
come
my
from?
phone up.
Man, I lost connection for a minute. I had to rush
A
home.
minute, bitch, a whole hour.
I know. I was like, oh my God, I gotta hurry up and get back on here.
It's okay. It's
So
okay.
fill me in.
Yes.
I don't
Glad to
even know.
have you back, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
baby, yes. Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes. We
So
was
I
on
don't even know what
everything
topic
though.
we on. Y'all gonna have to fill me in.
Girl, we just got
We
off the
was just
topic
keeping
of
each other company, child.
yes, look,
We was keeping each
PP
other.
is a foreign car driver too. We was talking about the foreign cars, how we treat the
Yeah.
foreign cars like they Hondas and
Oh yeah. I love the
Okay.
foreign cars. The foreign cars, I
Yes,
done
the
had them
luxury is
all.
the best. That's right.
yeah.
Yep, but those American built cars, yes, you will be. What they say about Ford? Fix or repair daily.
Found on road dead.
Yep, found
Look,
on road dead.
Found on
we need
road
some
dead.
words of inspiration from you. We lost you for a very long time. We went through so many different topics still, but we need
Yeah.
some words of inspiration from you. Come on, how about you
Okay.
throw a topic out there now?
Okay, so my thing is distractions.
Mm-hmm.
Distractions will definitely hinder you from getting where you need to get. And yeah, distractions are fun. Distractions are, they bring themselves as to be like, but the whole time it's certain people who are scared that you are going to excel more than them, and
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so
preach,
they
preach,
become a distraction
Mm-hmm.
because
preach.
they're scared for you to excel more than them. But yeah, it comes off nice. Like, yeah, I want to chill. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do
Mm-hmm.
this. Or like, say if you tell somebody that you want to quit a certain thing, like a certain habit, and habits come in all types of things,
Right.
sex, drugs, all types of things,
Mm-hmm.
habits that, hinder you from doing what you want to do.
Right.
Those
Right.
habits will keep and they'll excel as you come more towards your success. Those habits and those distractions will increase because they see that your success is getting near. And so the thing is, fun is fun, but my thing is celebrate after you get to where you want to get. Don't
Right.
celebrate first
Right.
and then you're distracted when you could have been making a track.
Hmm.
You could have been writing a track. You could have been doing, certain things, and you're just out getting fucked up till 6 in the morning. And then when you wake up, what do you have? No work. And so
Mm-hmm.
you do have like a lot of distractions. And I'm not going to say those people don't have talents because everybody has talents. They just don't dig deep to see what they have. But a
Right.
lot of people are not
Hmm.
focused on those talents.
I
And
think one of
so,
I think one of the biggest distractions for women is a man. And The reason I
Oh,
do.
It
preach,
is.
honey.
The reason
Preach.
It
why I say a man is the biggest distraction for a woman, because I'm gonna speak from my own experience. I have been able to do so many different things throughout my lifetime. And being with the guy
Mhm.
who maybe wasn't that right guy, me not knowing he was a distraction because I may have been blinded
Yes.
with the good sex or the
Yeah.
kid or this and that. So I was like kind of in la la land. Woo!
Oh yes,
Oh,
baby.
yes. When it's
You know
good,
I
honey.
know.
Kind of
Especially
for
when it's good.
but then I started to realize when I started going out of town, when I started doing like bigger stuff, and I was like congratulating myself, and I was so happy. And the first person I ran to was my man to be like, "Oh, this, that, and this." And the look on his face wasn't like a congratulatory look; it was more like a look of hate. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, not. Oh no, you ain't make this money because you're talented or because you did this or because you did that. Let me go ahead and try to belittle you as a woman. No, bitch, you went out fucking for this money. You know what I'm saying? Like a man,
Yeah.
and then put you through all those emotions and mood swings and this and that and this, and trying to have you
Mhm.
questioning yourself, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, something else comes up. You got to do something else. For me, it was at one point every time I had something to do. Like me and this man used to beef. We ain't together no more, but we used to beef, right? But every time I had something to do, he would some type of way swindle his way back in. But he would only
Exactly.
swindle his way back in to try to fuck me up mentally or just fuck up whatever I had going on.
Yeah.
I'm about to lay in the bed all day with him. I'm not going this place.
Uh-huh.
I'm about to do this. No, 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 no. I'm about to get up. I'm about to handle my business, and that's
Right.
that. And because I handled my business, I was
Yeah.
I'm the worst person in the world because I chose to look out for myself first versus still laying next to a man who I already got that same result from over and over and
Now,
over.
but then you have some
Mhm.
men that want to do the same thing that you're doing, and they don't have the same ambition. But then when they see that you're pushing, they
Mm-hmm.
want to do it. Like I've had guys that never rap, and I've been with them for like 6 months. All of a sudden, they showing me a rap. Okay, is that why you're treating me like shit? Is that why you're
Because you
trying to
mad
hinder me from? Because
I'm
you
doing
about to
wanted to
send you
rap
some
the
of
whole
my rap.
time, huh? Yeah,
I'm
because you
about to
wanted to
send you
rap.
a
That's
rap.
why you holding me
Girl.
back. We could do
yeah,
this shit together. We could be a team.
Okay, we
Dream
could have been
team.
busted trap. You been
yeah.
holding back.
Right.
Okay. So do
Yeah.
both of y'all agree on that? That men is
Yes.
one of our biggest distractions as a
Yes.
woman?
I
Okay,
do.
I do too.
And I do believe that sometimes homegirls are distracting as well. Because you
Yes.
have
Mm-hmm.
people, you could be a nurse, you could be like a rapper, you could be whatever. But then you have your homegirls that get mad when you can't come out, but it's not because you're acting funny. You're just
Oh,
trying to work
goodness.
on your life and your career.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And now you have them telling other people you ain't this, you ain't that, you this, you
Oh,
that.
she
But
acting
the whole
funny
time
with
you're
me,
working on your
or
career.
right.
And it's like it's all love. It's still
I'm
all
going through
love. I'm
that.
just working on
It's
myself.
crazy you just said that. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going through, and
true.
my friends don't realize that isolation is a number one key of getting yourself back on track.
Mm-hmm.
Isolating yourself. It's not
Mm-hmm.
even the fact that you're no longer friends, that you don't love them anymore. I love you to death. It's just that God want me to
Yeah.
see something differently. And
Yes.
you're right now. Sometimes they might not be going where you're going, and it's okay. I can love you still. It's all right. But everybody is not going to the
Right.
same location. And now that I have reached a certain age, my favorite slogan is, "My name is the only one that's going to be on that tombstone."
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So with that being said, I could care less if who has a problem, who got so much to say,
Mm-hmm.
because when that final day come, my name is the only
Yep.
one that's going to be on there.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It
Right.
ain't gonna say
Yep.
Kira and friends in them. It ain't even gonna say my husband. It's gonna say me.
Right.
So right now, listen, I could care
Yeah.
less anymore. I could care
But then
less.
you have
I really
certain
don't. I love you
friends.
to death.
Mm-hmm.
You have certain friends where you have grown more, like we when we were younger, we were doing certain stuff, but you have certain friends that still stuck in that time, and so they're wondering why you. Now, some friends you're just working on yourself. And then some friends you don't want to be beefing with them, but they still cool, so you feed them with a long spoon. Yeah.
And
Like, okay, I will talk to
some
you on the
friends you
phone,
don't
but
see.
I
Some,
don't want to hang together because I'm past that and you
mm-hmm,
still on that,
yeah.
you know?
I realized too. I realized your everyday girlfriend that you grew up with is not going to be your same girlfriend as you older. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of my friends
Mm-mm.
now are strangers. Not saying strangers, but like I wasn't raised with you, or I didn't grow up with you. We didn't go to the same high school. We didn't go to the same clubs. A lot of my friends
Yeah.
now are like worker girlfriends that don't know me personally. I feel like that's like a longer relationship than
Mm-hmm.
anything is a friend that don't know your business.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because the ones that know your business tend to don't believe or have faith you're going to do all this because they know you back in the day. All right, you know the past person. You know who I
Right.
used to be. But
And
it's
I'm
so
not that
crazy that people,
same person.
I ain't that same girl. All right, yeah, girl, you remember when I used to drop a load and get my eagle on, but girl, I can't even dip no more. So how can I still be the same? I can't,
Yeah, I
I
think
can't even dip.
for me, I kind of outgrew a lot of my friends.
Yes.
And the only reason why I say outgrew them is because I feel like I can't be my I couldn't be myself no more around my friends. More so me
Because
being
they
myself.
expect you to be that same girl, and
Same
it's
girl
not.
concept was
Yay,
like to evolve, just evolving as a woman, or even just going there. They may
right.
just want to just chill or do something. I may want to work on a business, so I may want to, what I'm saying, I'm sending emails or doing this. They like a key to like we drinking, we doing why you over there all in your phone? Like I'm promoting this, so I'm doing this, so I'm setting this up. And they like,
I
oh,
made a post. I made a post a couple of days ago. I said I'm glad to find somebody that speaks my language
mm-hmm.
because I'm corny now. I'm corny
No,
now. Like I
I
don't.
wouldn't. I wouldn't say you're corny. I would just say now you just at a stage where you just about your business. Already.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
You
can't
already
talk.
seen whatever
What
part of
I
life
can't
that you
talk
see.
bird.
It's time,
Mm-mm.
and it's nothing wrong with wanting to evolve in life. Like even as a little girl,
Yeah.
like we all had dreams as a little girl to do certain things. And this man told me earlier, he was like, age ain't nothing but a number. He was like, it doesn't matter when you become the person who you are meant to become. It doesn't matter what age you are, as long as you get there.
Yeah.
Like whether you want to be
Yeah.
a writer or a singer or
Well,
a videographer.
Vera Wing made her first dress when she was 40.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at that. I
Really?
look
I
at.
never knew that.
I mean, my ring is Vera Wing, so I like to do research like everything. My wedding dress was Vera Wing. I mean, my bridesmaid dress was Vera Wing. I love Vera Wing. So
You was girl wing. Damn.
yes, yes, I am. Yes, okay. So I do a little research when I do things. And she made her first dress at 40. Now
Mm-hmm.
she's a mobile empire. You know what I mean? So don't sell your short stuff short. Like I could have been an RN right now. I got accepted to school when I was 18 years old, but things happened. So that's why I encourage my kids to do it now to where I'm going back now.
Right.
I mean, I got businesses in place, but I'd rather be my own boss, if I could say.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you need a lawyer or you need, so why not go to myself?
Right.
I'm a cancer, so I really can't help it. Cancers want to do everything. We just want to do everything. So everything I got going on for is my foundation, my husband trucking company. You're gonna need a lawyer. I'd rather hire
Right.
myself. Right.
Them lawyers,
Instead of
they
paying.
expensive too. They so expensive.
So just hire myself. I might
Yeah,
help a couple of friends out.
I was doing a show one time and I had to hire an entertainment lawyer to handle like the finances because we were dealing with like
Yes.
so much money. Man, I'm like, this is what you charging me an hour. I'm like, you know what? I made a phone call, like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and type the paperwork up myself. Like, we ain't fit to keep paying this man no goddamn $300 an hour to type the paper up, the paper. Like, this not what we doing. I did it myself. I let him do it that one time, and after that one time,
Yeah.
what he did was like a mold to
Right.
that I need to.
You learn, especially with the internet.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yes.
internet is everything right now. You can Google pretty much everything. Contracts, legal binding contracts,
Mm-hmm.
everything. It's
Yeah.
what you put your mind to at this point. That's why I keep showing my thing behind me to where I wake up every day. I wake up to that every day for the simple fact that even if it's small, even if it's a small dream, you don't have to dream of being a billionaire, a millionaire. I'm just bougie.
Yeah.
You
It's
know, it could be just having a full time job to take care of you and your kids. It don't necessarily have to be a business owner. You know,
everybody
you
got
might be
different
want to be the
dreams.
manager of McDonald's. That's your dream. That's your dream. Who am I to tell you something differently? You know,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's dreams is not big. Everybody's dreams are not small. It just appreciate everybody's choice of opinion,
Right.
choice of mine, you know, just because I want that house on the hill and my name, me and my husband's initials on the gate. That don't mean that you want the initials on your gate.
Right. Look, like I still want the swirl around steps in the elevator in my house that take me from the bedroom to the kitchen
Okay,
to the
girl.
basement.
I want that Scarface tub. You might not
Okay.
want that Scarface tub in your room.
Right, but whatever
Okay.
you want is for you,
Right.
you
You
know.
might not want
So,
that.
and I know that recently you started manifesting and stuff like that. Like
Oh
I was,
God.
I'm like a
purchased
huge.
it.
I am a huge sager, so I sage all the time. I manifest like a
Yeah.
lot of stuff. Like, so how is that for you? Like, being as though you just started like getting into manifesting and different things. Like, do you feel like it's going your way?
I'm more at peace, should I say. Um, I have seen things change, but I also know that I have a third eye, should I say. So manifesting for me is bringing it out.
Mm-hmm.
I always knew that it was something special about me, especially with my family members. They believed in it for so many years. God bless my aunt Deborah. She's no longer here, but she was a big, big, big advocate of third eyes and spirituals and all that. She was all into that with my uncle years ago. So it was just like for me to find out that I have a third eye and it's something been guiding me because girl, there's a lot of things that I look back on like how did I survive that? You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did I get through? Like, when things were sent to destroy me. Oh my
Oh
God.
yes,
You
Yes.
know,
yes.
it was a lot of things, and that I just look and say it was something that had to be protecting me a long time ago because for to me to be sitting here talking to you and still mentally sane and still got my right mind and still be at peace with myself,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of
Mm-hmm.
my past, I'm at peace. And when you
Yeah.
Yeah,
find peace,
That's one of the
I don't
best
want to
things
cry,
ever.
but
Like
it's the best thing
yeah.
ever. So it's nothing you could tell me about my past or anything
that can
that's
hurt you.
Yeah.
gonna hurt me because I'm at peace of who
Right.
I am.
Like
And
we
you
all
know
have
that's
I'm
what
at
that's
peace.
what a lot of people try to do
Hmm.
as distractions. They try to bring up your past, and you're like
mm-hmm.
in
I
a
don't give
whole
a
nother
damn.
state,
I know
and
what I
you're
did.
like,
I
I
was
haven't even
there.
hung with you in like a year. You don't know what I do.
Right. You don't
You
know me like
know, you
that.
know,
Yes.
based off of what you
Oh
used to
my
do.
God.
Right. Like I'm a
Do
total
you
different
know what it
person.
took for me to get there?
Right.
Right.
Like, people don't understand that.
Yep.
That's a spiritual, mental warfare. It's a real
Mhm.
spiritual thing, and it takes a lot to sit here today and still be at right mind. I could
Mhm.
be soon as we hang out right now, go kill 1,000 people. You know what I mean? That's a real your mental health is everything, and people don't
Mhm.
realize that all the bullying going on, all the bringing your sister down because she late on her rent this week. That's none of your business.
Right.
You know, that's not a joke to
Mhm.
me. Because what if
Mhm.
she got little kids and something happened and you laughing?
Right.
Instead of saying,
Yeah.
sis,
Laughing at
well, I know
somebody
such
else's
and such
pain.
that'll help you. One thing I
Mhm.
can honestly
And
say,
those
and
type
I'm
of
not
people think that
talking,
they're going to progress. They
Mhm.
think that they're going to
I'm not,
progress by trying to, manifest
yeah,
somebody to fail.
honey,
That's
Right.
not,
Mhm.
you're not going to
I could care,
progress like that.
listen, we
Mhm.
we could not talk in 10 plus years. But if you call me and say, sis, do you know anything about X, Y, and Z and X, whatever, I'm that friend that you call, and we gonna figure it out by the time we hang up that phone.
Right.
By
By
the
the
time
time
that
you
phone
get done
hang up,
talking
right?
to me, you gonna know a
Mm-hmm.
little something that you didn't know an hour before you made this phone call. That's the kind of friend I am, and that's why my foundation means so much to me because we don't have that support no more. Back in the day, when our moms and our aunts stuck together, even if they talked about each other like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they
Yeah.
talked about each other like a dog, but they still
Mm-hmm.
helped each other. I bet you if my mom had
They
to go to work,
did.
my aunt was watching us, or
Right.
grandma was watching us, or cousin, I mean neighbor down the street, Mary Agnes, whatever her name was babysitting us. We don't do that. Everybody quick to talk about somebody, but not
Mm-hmm.
realizing that girl is scared to ask you
For some
for
help.
help because she know if she asks you for some
You
help,
gonna put
you're
all
gonna
her
talk
business
about it.
out there. Yep.
You're gonna
Yeah.
tell
And you know
everybody.
what's crazy that
Mm,
you say that because that's how I
mm-mm.
got to the point where I'm at in life now. Like it's so hard for me to ask anybody for anything because at my lowest
Yes.
really was asking people for stuff, they use that against me. Like the whole world knew my business. Like why you had to
Oh
tell them?
my
I
God.
asked you. Like why you like what?
Especially especially the ones that fall out with their girlfriends. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my God. The whole thing end up on Facebook. The whole thing. We know who was messing with who baby dad, who ain't got the baby diapers. The baby was hungry, only had hot dogs. Girl, we know about her room being dirty that week. Like, sis ain't had no food in the refrigerator, not one canned good. That's just like, ew.
Yeah.
Like why did we need to know all that? Like
Like, I don't
Mm-hmm.
even care. I'm about to go drop her off a pack of hot dogs just so she won't be your friend no more. Like that's I just can't. And one thing I learned too, a lot of people love you in private.
mm-hmm.
Love you in private.
A lot
Oh
of people
my
love you in
God.
private.
Mm-hmm.
You got it
Oh
1,000
God.
right there. They will show love to you in
Yes.
private, but when they all that's because they
Oh,
talking shit.
when they were around the
That's
peanut
because they talking
gallery. They
shit.
ain't filming the peanut gallery. They were just on
And
your
so they
phone
can't like your
begging.
stuff in private. I mean, in public.
Like
And
this is
so I've
sweet.
had people who never said anything to me underneath my comments and stuff, but will come in my messenger and say, "Keep doing your thing, girl. You doing your thing. Keep doing."
What?
Well, why you can't say that underneath
Like
my
I'm
why
so proud
why
of
comment?
you like
you.
why you can't show the world though?
Yeah, why
Why
you
you
keep
can't
No,
show
that
we,
shit
no,
private?
no, because they waiting for you to blow up. So when it's obvious that you blown up now, when everybody else is congratulating you, now they going to join in.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sorry for any of my friends when I blow up, Joe. I'm telling them right now. I'm telling
They
what
done fucked
if
up,
I'm
huh?
talking to you on a regular when I make it off of this podcast today, it's like when I make
Yes.
it, and because y'all know me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
changing my number tonight. Don't call
Yep.
me. Don't call me when I make it. Because I'm going to forget all about you after.
And I'm
Yep.
the
That's what they
opposite.
waiting
I'm the
for.
opposite. I feel like when I make it, I already got. Even though I feel like I've already made it, but I feel like when I make it to where I really, really, when I
Really want to
excel,
make it right.
I
Yeah,
excel. I got like I got a whole village I'm taking
yeah,
with me, honey. A village
Yeah,
where I done been
funny.
through the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads, and we still here. They still rocking with me. They
yeah.
still fucking with me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like real friendship, real loyalty is just so hard to come by
It
because
is.
you deal with, people hate on people, so the second that you turn your back,
Yeah.
somebody whisper, oh, why you working with her? Why you was on her podcast with her? Why you was doing this with her? Why you doing, people like to throw salt in the game. People just do so much to try to turn other people against you or to stop other people from working with you. Not
And you
even
know what? The
knowing you could
crazy thing is, it's kind of harder as females. Females, they don't want us
we get it the
aggressive so
worst.
much.
We get it the worst.
And right now, we fucking the rap game up. We have. It's always been Little Kim or somebody one at a time. And now that we are coming in the rap game, now it's all this. Oh, woman, they're jeopardizing women and all this stuff and industry plants and all this shit. Well, why the fuck wasn't y'all saying that we all was running the game for about 25 years? Now all of a sudden
Okay.
it's some other shit to where we're not making it off of hard work. We're not just everybody ain't out there sucking dick and shit
Sucking
to
dick
make
and
it where the fuck they
fucking dick.
gotta get.
But you know what though? tell you something, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the industry, right? And I'm gonna say I wasn't even in the industry. I was in Baltimore music scene. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Baltimore music scene. So many people said that. They used to say that about me. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, Keita doing this because she fucking this producer, she fucking that producer. Now,
Say about almost every
I ain't
female.
fuck none of them producers. You feel me? Like I paid my way through shit. If I had studio
Yeah.
I was paying for my studio time. I was paying for other people's studio time because I was so invested. Not even to mention, even I had my own damn studio at one point.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I
you know,
remember.
yeah, you feel me? But people always said that, and I just always thought I was like, you know
Yeah,
what?
it's
Like,
almost like females
girl,
can't get it on just
yep,
their
I'm a pretty
talent,
girl.
and they
I'm
stay
gonna
putting
get
us
a
in
lot
that
of hate.
category.
Yeah, we're going to get hate. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get a lot of hate. People going to say things, but one thing I figured out is like that shit made me. Like that shit ain't break me. That shit
Mm-hmm.
makes me. You feel me? Like I'm
No,
still all those people that was
that's your story. That's your testimony.
yeah. Like I have a very very interesting testimony.
Yeah.
That shit is deep in real life though.
Yeah.
Like you know, it's
Right.
just looking at those same people now. It just was like you know what, you done gave up on you done let them niggas convince you to give up on your dreams. Let them bitches
Mm-hmm.
convince you to give up on your dreams. Like I'm still going. I'm still climbing. Like none of that shit they done said about me or accused me of. Like that shit ain't never broke me because I know who I am as a person. Like,
Oh yeah.
mhm. But
Yeah.
Listen.
I found out that in the manifesting world, letting go is the biggest thing that is coming up for me. Is letting
Let it
go.
go.
Letting go is yeah. That's been coming up a lot of letting it go and fear. My biggest thing, like I said before Miss B came back, I said I was scared. I was scared to do a lot of things. I was scared to put it out there, worrying about because I know everybody in the town and I know this and third that oh, I was so worried about who was going to talk about me or who was going to say what. Now I'm ready.
mm-hmm.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't care
They
what
gonna
they say
Oh
at
yeah.
this
always
point.
people are always
Right
gonna
now, I don't care.
whether you
I'm
doing
ready.
good or bad, they're
Look,
gonna
if
Listen,
they
find
ain't
something
talking
to
about you,
say.
that
right? They're
means you
gonna
ain't
talk
making
about
no
you
noise.
regardless. So
Whether it's
girl,
true
it's
or
so bad
false,
now.
let's say.
I got. If they do talk about me now, I got a response for everything. I'm ready. That's how ready I am. I got a story for you. So go
Success.
ahead and put it out there, so I
Success
can
and
sell this
happiness.
book.
You know what my response is?
$29.99.
My response to everybody that's trying to destroy anything is you won't break my soul.
Yeah. Success
Like
and
you won't break my
happiness.
soul.
I
You won't break
swear.
my
There you
soul.
go.
They hate when you don't respond. When you don't respond, that's the worst thing. Success
Mm,
and happiness is the biggest revenge that I figured out.
yes.
As long as you still happy and you
Right.
still doing your thing, and it's like you don't even hear their little asses or what the fuck they talking about. Oh, that shit eats them up. They be still watching your story. You be knowing that them motherfuckers was the ones that just said some shit on your name, and they still watching you be happy. And that's
Okay.
what I learned because
Mm,
they waiting for you to break.
right.
And that's one thing you can't do is trying to be an artist, an entrepreneur, whatever it is you trying to do as a woman. You
Let
cannot
anybody
break.
break. Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
gotta stay strong.
You gotta stand on your 10 toes.
Yes, you do. To the day you fucking die. You gonna have to
Right.
kill me in the motherfucking booth or what? Not kill me in the booth. You gonna have to
Pretty
come
much.
do whatever it is you
My
want to do
legacy
to
is for
me
me. My legacy
while
is for
I'm doing
me.
what I'm
Your
doing
legacy
because
is for
I'm gonna do
you.
it till I
Right.
die.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I meant to
Hmm.
say. I'm gonna keep on successing until until my time comes. I'm gonna do everything that's successful. I just signed up for real estate school. I ain't even never think the fuck that I was gonna get into that. But I'm not trying to put everything into the rapping. You feel me? I'm trying to be
You gonna
successful
like
in
it. I
different
took it.
places. You took it.
I'm gonna give you some advice. I'm gonna give you some advice.
Yes,
I took that
please.
course twice. The best thing
Uh-huh.
I can tell you is getting that real estate dictionary. That's the best
Getting
advice
that
I could
dictionary.
give to
Okay.
you is getting that glossary, girl, because they're
Okay.
gonna when you take the exam, because
Uh-huh.
the class is easy. I went through New Jersey real estate school. The class is very much easy. You do get a pre-test
It's the
before
test.
actually take that state exam. But when the state exam comes, they flip it on you. So
What?
basically, if you know your definitions, oh, you'll
Yeah.
get it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you'll get it.
But
Okay.
that's great also. And that's what I did because, I want group homes for my foundation. So,
Oh
like I
wow.
was just telling Keita that, yeah, I was telling Keita that, us cancers, we like to do everything ourselves. So if we can't do
Hmm.
something, we go to
Oh
school
yes.
for it. So because
Yes.
I don't
That's a
have time for
cancer.
the realtor to pull something up for me, I took the course myself. And now
Okay.
that I'm into a nonprofit, I need legal help. So I'm about to go to school to be a lawyer because I want to do everything. I
Yes.
want to
I
do
want to be the jack of
everything
all
myself.
trades.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna hire
Yep.
me. Who put this together? Me. That's
Yep. And see, at first I was looking at project manager, but I
Mhm.
didn't know what type of jobs come after that. But it had like the same month span as the real estate, and so instead of me doing the project manager, I went with the real estate. But
Yeah, because you can go
the
anywhere after
project
that. And after
manager
two
shit
years,
seemed good too.
yeah, after 2 years of being a realtor, you could go be a broker, and then you could go wherever you want to do. Broker
Everybody just keep
trumps
talking
the
about that
property
test.
man. Yeah, it's really the
Everybody just
test,
keep talking
though.
about that
Is it?
test.
That's why I'm giving you my best advice, honey. I'm here to tell you to restart that glossary now. If you go on your
Okay, cool.
YouTube, Google it. Google it on your
Okay.
YouTube. My best advice to you is that dictionary.
That
That
dictionary.
dictionary, that real estate dictionary hit
That
different.
real estate
And then
dictionary.
and once you
Okay.
finally notice it, you're gonna realize once you get into it, you're gonna realize it's been a part of your everyday life anyway. It's
Right.
gonna be
Right.
like, oh my
Okay.
God, I knew this. I knew
Well,
this.
get
Oh,
into real
I knew
estate
this.
so I could buy my first house from you, BB.
Oh yes, honey.
Do it, honey.
Yes.
Do it.
I'll be like, buy a
We
house for
claiming
me.
it.
You
We
be like, I ain't
claiming
ready to
it.
buy
We
no damn
claiming
house.
it.
Buy me a house.
Yes.
Oh, Peter gonna buy
I'm
We
ready in
one.
like
claiming it.
5 more years or something. About 5 more years, I'll be ready.
Oh no, baby. I'm gonna give you one more year because you manifested some good shit.
I know, right?
No,
I'm gonna give you
right.
like one more year.
2024
You gonna
is
be
a
right.
ride. We're not playing. If I got something to do with it, we all gonna have houses. Because
Oh
that's how
yes,
much of a
honey.
hustler I am. I don't play no
Yes.
games. So
Look,
Yeah.
we
ladies,
all when I
we about to wrap it up
all I need
soon.
is to get in the door. Once I'm through the door, it's over.
Oh
Look,
yes.
ladies, we about to wrap it up, right? But before we wrap
Okay.
it up, I'm gonna go into a song. Me and BB made a song, Shakira. So I'm gonna play the
Okay.
song. After the song goes off, I'm gonna bring y'all back
It's
in.
like
Y'all
my
gonna say
favorite
y'all
song.
final words, and then it's gonna be a wrap. All right, we're gonna come back though because we got
Okay.
so much to talk
Okay,
about.
cool. It's like my favorite song in the whole wide world.
Yes, 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 yes,
I
yes.
know that's
So
right.
I'm
I'm
gonna do
ready,
that, and then
ladies.
It's so motivational.
and Maria.
Oh, I love this song.
Oh, he gonna play it while we on here, so we can get real together.
I'm gonna make
I'm one in a
it.
million. I'm gonna make
I'm
it.
gonna make
I'm one
it.
in a million. I'm gonna make it. I'm one in a. Never thought let my heart skip a beat. Skip the small talk, the rebel time defeat. Corner boys, big toys. Hot, I'm yellow hair with the tight jeans. Won't spot me, I'm never dead like a D-boy. Pop is flying in the air like a slight joint. Cold like I'm iced tea joint. Where the heck is Ronnie Rubber and Flint with big stone. Camera phones flashing. Hot, I'm to the touch and them dudes keep grabbing. Where the lights get the action. Big from real chick, no need to keep asking. Tell them almost so I see savages. You think nine guys, but the sky is the limit. Big girl, big world. I could never settle, but little would I work. When you hit that beat, is work. This is telling I put them years work. But hitting this is a feeling I'm here with my thirst. Two girls, they ain't winning the balls, they don't work. Tell them take it easy, believe me, it's risky. And if you think you beat killing, take it easy. Cause I got plenty of hitters that say they need me. Sorry, trying to make it to a million can't reach me. You know, I'm gonna make it. I'm one in a million. I'm gonna make it. I'm one in a million. I'm gonna make it. I'm one in a million. I'm gonna make it. I'm one in a
That's my shit.
I'm gonna make it, baby. I'm gonna make
So,
it.
ladies,
Oh, I love that song so much.
I do too. That's one of my songs. That's one of my fave songs. We got to do a video for it.
Yes, I
It's
love
so,
that
you know
song
what?
so
I
much.
got some.
I'm
I was
gonna
got
make
somebody here.
it,
They was like, "Why this
baby.
song
So
so?"
are y'all both? Are you guys both from Baltimore? Are you
Yes,
from
yep.
I'm
Baltimore
from.
too?
Well,
Yeah, Best Be.
Right.
Well, I'm from Annapolis, Maryland, but I lived in Baltimore for a while.
Okay.
yep, and I'm
Okay.
from Baltimore.
Well, I meant to say Maryland because I know you. I know you're from Maryland, but I didn't know if she was from Maryland
Yeah,
too.
she's from Maryland too. Yeah.
Yep,
Right.
yes.
Because it gave me that Maryland, Baltimore. I was over here dancing in the front. I was dancing. I was dancing. All right. Okay.
Yes.
We gotta
We
Yes.
just,
we gotta
And
link
that's
up
what
one
we
good time.
want. That's what we want for the, the
yeah.
females. Being where though we go through so much, like even as children, the stuff that we don't speak about and stuff. As females, we go through a lot, and then we go through even more
Too much.
mental abuse and other abuse. Like you don't just have physical abuse; you have mental abuse. You have people making you feel like you're
That
not
is.
shit. And so
Mhm.
that song right
That
there, I'm going to make it. I'm one in a million. That song is a song like I'm not cursing in it or nothing like that. We no cuss words. It's like motivational for females. Yeah, we
yes.
still gonna rap about the other stuff, but sometimes you need to hear that you're gonna make it. You one in a
Y'all
million.
wanna
You could
yeah.
do
Like,
whatever
let's
it
make
is
it
that
like
it is
as
that you want to
Yeah.
do.
friends, like as women, like it to me when I hear that song, like that song represents like the power in women. Like it
Yeah,
shows that women can still have fun. We can still pursue our dreams. We can
yeah,
you can have fun with your friend, and y'all can make it together. Cause
yeah.
me and
You
BB,
are one in a million. You can make it.
BB,
Yeah.
sometimes we don't talk. Like even with all my good girls that I love so much, like we go months and months and months without talking. And then once we finally start, once we had that one conversation, like, oh, we gotta link together.
Yes.
I miss you so much. Like,
Oh
oh,
my God! And then when we together, it's just laughter. Me and her, we both, are like you're Sakita, you're more into like the acting business and stuff like that, and I'm more into the music. But
right,
when we hook up, and then when we're in Atlanta, even though we're based in
That was good.
Maryland, and when we're in Atlanta, we in Atlanta at the same time. And
right.
she's like, I'm on this project. And I'm like, well, I'm on this project. And then we hook up and it's like we laugh all night, we have fun all night because like dealing with stuff will stress you all the way out. And so sometimes you do need to talk, not a guy. Sometimes you need woman time.
Right.
You need to
Yes.
relate, you need to
Oh my
laugh, you
God. I
need to
tell my
have
husband
fun,
that
you need to
all
let
the
loose.
time. I be needing girl time, sir.
Yeah,
I say that
and
to
not
my
with
husband
those
all the
girls
time.
who don't want you to make it.
Right.
No, the girls that want you to make it. Don't chill with those girls who trying
Mm-hmm.
to, those girls who got your back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need. We need sisterhood. We
Yep.
need more sisterhood and complimenting each other and stuff like that. I do that a lot while I'm out, and I put smiles on girls' faces and stuff like that, and they just be looking
I
like, wow,
can't
like they
stand
needed
it.
that. You
That's
feel
all I
me?
would
Because
say.
it's so much hate. I just try to spread
I
more
can't
love as
stand it.
females.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spread love.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Definitely need it.
Well, before it happens, is that's what it's for, to support each other, not just women. It's men out there that's fathers, single fathers as well.
Oh
I'm
yes.
not gonna disregard that part. It's
Yeah.
men out there as well that's actually awesome jobs as fathers. Actually, I want to give a
Yeah.
shout out to the fathers out there that
Shout out
are
to
stepping
those
up
too.
to be.
Yep. Because we got
It's
some
not
sorry
easy.
ass
Welcome
women
to
that
Real
all
don't
the
want to
world,
go on
fathers,
but
real
campaign.
fathers though, the ones that take care of their
The
kids,
real
yes,
ones.
the ones
yeah,
that
it's a
spend
lot of
time
men
with
out
their
there stepping up
kids.
to their
Mm-hmm.
children and actually being better parents.
Yeah,
So it's not
Yep.
just for women support. We support everyone. Um, Whatever we can do at this point, it needs to be done now. I'd rather be talking about
Yeah.
what we have done 5 years from now than not doing anything at all. At least I know I
right,
did my little small portion of the pie. At least I know that I
Right.
put a little sprinkle of Shakira, Miss Love, Thunderbird into the game. At least I know when I leave here, oh, you can say in my obituary she did X, Y, and Z, not just work for a
Mm-hmm.
company for 40 years. That's not, I don't want to be known that I worked at such and such for 40 years instead of investing
Right.
in myself. And then you got to think about what are we leaving our children when we go?
mm-hmm,
That's true. The
Even if nothing,
legacy.
if you work for somebody for, and then the pension gonna run out, and what they lost, they don't know what to do. Now they trying to recreate. I'd rather do it for me than when I could pass out to my kids, and they
Mm-hmm.
pass down to their children, their children, their children. Talk
Oh
about this
yes.
generational wealth is real. We
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
taught that. We were,
Mm-hmm.
all we saw was our mom working two, three jobs, and that was the life. No, that's not it.
Right.
I'm
So
not
Shakira,
saying
I need
that's
you
for
to give me
you.
I need you to give me
Everybody is
some
not.
words of motivation, Shakira. I'm gonna ask BB. I'm gonna ask you too. But for your final thoughts, Shakira, give me um give me some words of motivation that someone else can take on. I'm gonna like the sage. Give me some words of motivation and one thing
This age.
that you want to manifest and that you want to see come to fruition. So one piece of advice
Um,
and one manifestation.
one piece of advice: don't give up. I
Mm-hmm.
know it's hard. I know it gets stressful. People don't see what you see. Even if they don't agree with you, don't support you, don't give up. I don't care if you get one like, one view. Don't give up.
Right.
Don't, because only you are going to be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Only you going to live with regret. Only you are going to be upset because you didn't do this 20 years ago. Only you. And
Mm-hmm.
that's my best advice for
Yeah.
anybody out there, regardless if it is a job or, oh, you want to get this car or you want to go
Mm-hmm.
do, like, whatever your dream is, go ahead and do it. If it's just as simple as getting your hair done every week, that's your dream, then honey, that's your dream.
Mm-hmm.
No
And
dream is too big, no dream is too
what's
small.
one thing you want to manifest into fruition?
My name in big light.
My name is Big Lights.
Oh, you gonna know who Miss Love is, okay? I've been
Okay.
manifesting. My name is
Well,
Big Light.
just know that you're gonna see your name in big lights sooner than you expected. Because
So
the first
I
thing is
get
to
it.
think it, and the second thing is to speak it.
Yes.
And once you could
I'm
speak it
just
into
ready for it to be
existence,
over with. I want it to be over so bad.
yeah,
But what I learned too is your journey. Your journey is the one we need to pay attention to. Because when we get there, we be like, oh, we did all this. It's really the journey that it took us there to get there.
right. The trials and tribulations. So,
Yes.
baby,
Yeah.
what's one piece of advice that you want to share, BB? And also, I want to know one thing that you would like to manifest into fruition.
Yeah. Well, my thing is certain certain things you do for your money, and certain things you do because you love. I love to rap. Whether it's therapeutic to me. I've been doing it for 22 years, so it's
Mm-hmm.
therapeutic to me to write down my stuff. So my thing is, if I make it with the rapping, that's all cool.
You
But
are
I
gonna
do
make
it
it. You are
because
gonna make it.
I
You are
love
going to
it.
make it.
So do
Yes.
what you do that you love because you love it. Don't
Yes.
start facing on money. Now do other things, like I said, with the real estate and stuff like that. Do other things to focus on your money. But what you're doing because you love, do that shit because you love it.
Yes.
Don't do that shit like, oh, P. Diddy gonna come and all this stuff. And like, do that to speak your mind out to the people and whatever it is. And another thing is, everybody got a talent. And when I say that, some people say they don't. But you got people who can draw. You got people who can do. That's what you love to do. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you make money off of that, that's cool. But
So
don't
be it.
focus on the money part because it's gonna get you fucked up. Trying to focus on the money with
Mhm.
your talent. Now,
Right.
whatever is your career, whatever it is that you're doing, like I'm trying to get into the real estate or something like that, you make your money off of that and still do that. Whatever comes with it, but do not stress yourself out of
Yes.
doing what you love. Because the next minute when somebody comes and they say, I don't like this song, I don't do that, it's fucking you all the way up. No. You do it because you love to do it and you continue to do it because you love to do it. Don't do it for the money. Do it because you love to do it. Your job, yes, do that for the money. Because chill don't pay bills. But do the shit because you love it
I'm doing it.
and keep doing you and stop. Don't have any distractions and people that come. Some people bear as friends and they're not friends. Like they say, keep your enemies closer. Some people will sit up there and they'll stay closer to you and they're like, oh yeah, I'm taking years and years away from her and this, that, and the third. And it's not because of doing what you love. Like I said, like rapping. motherfuckers have stopped me from doing my career and everything and progressing and going to school and making more money that I should have made more money by now. But I'm sitting here and I'm getting drunk. So no distractions. Do what you do because you love it and focus on your career.
Yes. And what's one thing that you would like to manifest into fruition?
The crazy part is that the thing that I would like to manifest right now is bringing my family back together and having family be more like family. And because family ain't like it used to be when grandma and everybody was alive, everybody doing what they want to do. And so my main thing is manifesting family because that's what I'm missing right now, how my family used to be. So if I was going to manifest anything, it would be to be like how my family used to be back in the day with the cookouts and stuff like that when shit was good. That's what I want to manifest because that helped me in my music, in my career, and everything when I was there. So now I'm just turning to friends, which are some of them are foes. So, like my main thing I would manifest right now is a stronger family.
Right. Okay. So I appreciate both of you ladies. Thank you, ladies, for joining the
Thanks for having me.
You are so welcome. I had great conversations with you ladies. My piece of advice would be pretty much, both of y'all pretty much summed my advice up between the both of y'all. My advice would be to never give up.
Yeah, don't ever give up.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I want to tell y'all too is that when you get to a certain level, just understand that the devil is going to attack you more because you're doing something that you want to do. You're doing something that you dream of doing. Don't let those distractions.
And don't never let them see you crack.
Mm-hmm. Don't let those distractions stop you. Whatever you go through, just always have that mindset that things get better. I done been through so much in my life. I done had my kids taken away from me from Child Protective Services. I done been homeless on the streets. I done had to sleep inside of my car with my kids at points of times in my life. I done lived in a 1-bedroom for rent for probably $10, but I'm not 10, but maybe $100 a week. Like I've been through so much in my life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm always going to keep moving forward. So even as ladies, I appreciate you guys for taking the time out and giving me your time on the Keita Maria show and just shedding light and just talking about everything that we talked about. And I just thank y'all. I love both of you girls, even though I don't talk to y'all like that on the phone.
And let me say one more thing. Let me say one more thing. I just posted it earlier. Don't hate yourself because others hate you.
Yeah,
you keep flexing on them. That's what they want to do because they hate you. I'm not going to hate myself because y'all hate me. No, that shit going to make me love myself more. Keep going. Do not ever give up because other people want you to. That's giving them what they want.
Yeah,
give success. That's what they don't want.
And you can also donate. You can also donate to my cause on my website. We take donations. It don't matter how.
What's your website?
The
website is Before It Happens, Love Funderburg Foundation.
Yes,
so make sure y'all check out her website.
Yes.
Make sure
I am a legal nonprofit in New Jersey. Yes.
Okay.
You guys don't.
I see it down there at the bottom. Okay.
Thank you, ladies, once again.
And _Best B on IG. _Best B.
Yes. Make sure you send me your info.
Okay, I will. And I'm going to donate. I love y'all.
I love you guys too. Thank you guys for having me. This is the Keita Maria Show. Tune in next Wednesday for a new episode of the Keita Maria Show at 9 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys for rocking with On Fire TV. Shout out to DJ Diamond K. And we're out of here.
It ain't a real brunch unless it's iconic. Every Sunday, Belize Rooftop presents
Brunch on Sunday.
Brunch in Belize, featuring the L Show from 12 to 5. The best food, the best vibes, and the best view in the city. The Belize Rooftop Brunch with music by Super DJ Big L.
That's right, your boy Super DJ Big L. Brunch at Belize. You ain't never experienced brunch like this with the L Show. See you soon.
Get ready for brunch at Belize Rooftop featuring The L Show each and every Sunday, 316 Guilford Ave. Doors open at 12 noon to 5 p.m. Music by Super DJ Big L. Come out and enjoy plump shrimp and grits and our signature chicken and waffles, home fries to die for, and $25 crafts of mimosas. For tickets and cabana reservations, go to brunchandbelize.eventbrite.com or call 667-256-5025. Island Vibes, no passport needed.